Hey guys, Tim and Brandon here with the Hindle team with the second part of your two-part series on interior and exterior home improvements. This week we'll be covering the interior home improvements as we did exterior last week. So to get us started, we'll have Brandon tell you a little about it.
Yeah, so with interior home improvements, you really, like I said in the last video, you really want to focus on first impressions. So you've got about 8 seconds to impress that person, like we said, when they're seeing the listing online, when they're seeing it as they walk up out of their car, and as they first step in the door. You've got about 8 seconds. So as they walk in the door, you want to create that great first impression. So that is making sure the flooring in the entryway looks great. It's modern, hardwood preferably, maybe some tile at the entryway, and you want to make sure the walls have a fresh coat of paint, and you want to make sure the hardware through the front door and maybe in the powder room and anything else that's nearby is also updated and modern. If it looks old, dated, worn, anything like that, it'll create a bad first impression. So you want to make sure that stuff is up to par there.
Yeah, definitely. Another thing you want to consider in that sense is all the fixtures as well. New door handles on all of those. You might want to go into the washroom as well, update the cabinetry, same thing with the kitchen. Just throughout all the rooms like that. In the bathrooms, you might want to replace some of the vanities, maybe the mirror, maybe even the bathroom bathtub. Just changing some of that can really add some good value to your home and kind of make it look a little bit more modern and new.
Yeah, and as we'll talk about, actually, there's a few different types of renovations you can do. So you can kind of do the lipstick and mascara, which in a bathroom might be just the fixtures, so the plumbing fixtures and maybe the mirrors or the vanity at most. And in like the kitchen, it might be just the hardware. But past that and above that, you can do also major renovations, which involve like changing up the structure of the room to make it look a little better. So just keep that in mind as we're going through. With the so the next major renovation, as Tim said there, the bathrooms are one of the best renovations you can do to add value. The next up is kitchens. Kitchens are your next biggest spot to add value to the home. With a kitchen renovation, you want to be focusing on the flooring, you want to be focusing on the cabinets, and you want to be focusing on the appliances and the fixtures. So with the flooring, you can go with generally speaking, people have always done like a tile or even a laminate, but you can also do like an engineered hardwood now. Honestly, the bigger concern was you didn't want to get water on it because it's swelled up, but really, if you spill something, you don't really leave it for long in the kitchen, so you can look at something like an engineered hardwood. And with the appliances, stainless steel. Always stainless steel. I know that's the it's been in for a while and people are kind of getting sick of it, but no, stainless steel is still what you want to focus on. Other than the appliances, like I said, fixtures, so plumbing fixtures for the sink, electrical fixtures, so chandelier if it's a kitchen dining room area, and that kind of thing is what you want to focus on in the kitchen. And cabinets. Cabinets are huge. You want to make sure that your cabinets look great. So they might be in great condition, but might not be modern. So if you want to look at just a lipstick renovation, you might do something like paint the cabinets. That's a huge way to make it look a lot better in there and not spend too much money. Last thing I'll say with the kitchens as I continue to ramble on before I let Tim interject here is kitchens are huge because typically you have one person in the family that's looking that is the cook. They're the chef. And when they walk into that kitchen, they want to fall in love with it. They want it to look great. If they walk in and it doesn't look great and they can't see themselves cooking in it, then you've lost them already. So make sure that kitchen is up to date, it's modern, and it looks great.
Another consideration, I know this one isn't really for everyone, but it can really add some good value to your home, is adding a second suite in that basement. If you've got an unfinished space or even just a space that is finished but not really fully renovated, you might want to consider adding that extra kitchen in there, sprucing up the bathroom there. And by adding that kitchen, you can have someone move in and supplement your income a little bit, pay down that mortgage and help you out. So that way, even if the home is a little bit expensive or slightly outside of your price range, that extra $1,000+ of income, depending on how much you're renting it out for, can make the huge difference in being able to afford and really help you out that way.
Yeah, and just adding to income suites as well. Generally speaking, adding an income suite to your property can increase the value by 10 to 15% on its own, which is a lot, and that does a lot for you. Not just what it does for you every month in terms of pulling in some rental income and what it will do for potential buyers, but in terms of when you go to sell the property, having a legalized second suite in your property will go a long way to increasing your value.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and just to cover a few other things that we might have missed, you want to make sure that when you're looking at the interior of your home, adding rooms if you can works out great. So if you have an unfinished basement, a second suite's definitely the best way to go. But adding things like another bathroom, if you've only got 2 bathrooms in a house, you might want to add another one. If you've only got 2 bedrooms, adding a third can go a long way. So you want to look at your home, talk to your realtor, and see what in this area will increase the value of my property. So that kind of wraps up the interior of your home. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We can actually look at your property and tell you what might add value to your home if you're interested. And like I said, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here for you.
Yeah, thanks for listening, guys.
Take care.